Ooh, girl, Diddy is going down, and something real strange is going on in Hollywood right now, and at the center of it is Allie Carter. Or at least until she disappeared with all her social media accounts gone. Now, mind you, Allie was one of the biggest whistleblowers of the entire Diddy case, and she exposed some really dark stuff that was going down in Hollywood for years. People expected she would testify, or at least be more vocal now that Diddy trial is on, because she said she was holding on to a lot of evidence. But now she's just completely vanished. No one has heard from her, and there's no way of saying she's even safe. Now, Jaguar Wright is coming out to say she knows who took her. Well, allegedly.
A key witness in the Diddy trial has gone missing. This is super concerning because she is crucial for the case against one of the biggest names in music. She was actually going under a pseudonym like 3 other witnesses in the case, but she decided to waive that right and reveal her identity in her testimony. But now she's MIA. The federal prosecutors don't know where she is, her lawyers don't know where she is, and the prosecutors are using her testimony in the opening statement on May 12th. That's not that far away. For now, she's known as Victim 3, and she was subpoenaed, which means that she is required.
For those who haven't been in the loop with the whole Diddy case, Allie Carter, alongside Cassie Ventura and Rodney Jones, is a major witness for the allegations against Diddy. But here's where it gets weird. Just before her disappearance, she had a major fallout with none other than Jaguar Wright, who basically does the same thing that Allie does: reveal industry secrets that make you gasp. Now, no one knew she was a whistleblower for the case until Jaguar Wright opened her loud mouth and mentioned her name, and all of a sudden she's gone, missing.
No, Allie Carter is not telling the truth. She is a fraud, and she's working with an alleged human teleporter named Shelly Carter. That for whatever reason, everyone wants to come after me, but don't nobody want to go after her.
No.
I am very careful. All the time. I have no choice but to be.
Why y'all don't stand up? See, that's the other part that you skip over.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, Grace. This is the thing, Grace. You can't expect people to show what they've never had.
The people are coming for Jaguar left and right. They are seriously starting to question every word she ever said, every story, every revelation. They are starting to think to themselves that this self-proclaimed truth teller, who's made it her whole brand to reveal industry secrets, might just be another pawn in the game, one that is meant to distract people and silence the real truth-sayers like Allie. For context, before Allie's disappearance, she posted some cryptic warnings and even mentioned feeling betrayed by someone she once trusted. And at the same time, Jaguar suddenly shifted tone, distancing herself from Allie. She even mocked her on live stream. The same Jaguar who claims she always stands with victims. That's when people started digging deeper, and some wild receipts started coming on about that Jaguar may not be who she claims to be. People are calling her a controlled opposition, someone who pretends to speak the truth and stand up to power, but on the down low, they're secretly working for the system they claim to expose. Cause somebody tell me why she ain't going on the stand to testify despite all that she knows. Instead, she shows up to the trial with her own microphone and bodyguards. It's giving attention-seeking, with no thoughts at all for the victims.
We got Jaguar right at the case. They said you're supposed to be in this mother.
Well, I'm up in this mother.
You here? Wow, they done brought everybody. How are you?
The Jaguar Wright show. Here we are.
Okay, oh, you got just some security too? Oh wow, Jaguar came with security too.
The people are saying she clowning. Someone said, did she forget the survivors she slandered and lied on and about? And just like I mentioned earlier, another person added, when's she going on the stand? She know everything about everyone. It's like she's been involved. Now, whether or not Miss Jaguar has been aligned with the opposition, we'll leave it up to you to decide. In the meantime, we really got to get down to the bottom of what Allie Carter's been saying and why she went missing. Remember when everyone thought she was delusional when she said she was drugged up one time by her pimp and taken to an underground city?
I was drugged, but I was walking. There are many situations in trafficking where you can be alert. Some of my pimps did not let me see where I was going. Sometimes I was so drunk that I was carried into a job, dressed, and then placed in a room and waiting for my order because I couldn't move myself. So at this time, I was able to walk. I was able to see what was going on. And I remember walking through. I remember talking to certain people after we got so far. I remember my ears popping. I remember feeling like I'm choking because the air was so weird. We got to a certain point and there was, it looked like a basement. It looked like where they keep things that were not public display in the museum. And after getting so far, we were in tunnels. We were put on cars, drove to a certain point, bar. I seen I seen cars, boats, there's trains, there's buses, there is every means of transportation under the ground.
Nobody believed her, but as it turns out, she wasn't lying. In recent times, there's been reports of underground tunnels all over cities leading from the locker rooms of high schools to unknown destinations. Allegedly, these tunnels have been used to transfer people for decades.
I know that Allie Carter isn't lying about the underground tunnels in schools, and I'm going to tell you why. And there was a door in the back of the girls' locker room to the right that was on the ground. It was more like a sturdy metal, just a platform, I guess. And it had a handle on it. And we used to always mess with it. We'd be like, oh, let's see if we can open it today. You know, like mess with it all the time. And we'd do PE, we go back to change, back into our regular clothing, and it's wide open. And I used to change in the second row to the left. I remember always going left. That's all I remember. And a lot of the girls used to change in that row where the door was. And one of the girls goes, "The door's open." So of course, we're all in the middle of changing. I'm probably finishing up changing. We run to the back. It's open. And there's light emanating from below it.
Another time, Allie literally told the world to watch out for fires, and then weeks later, the LA fires began. She warned that those fires will be used to cover up evidence, adding that they were set off by explosions meant to cover the tracks she called the elites.
Because didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all there will be an accidental explosion? Accidental fire? And the next thing you know, celebrities' homes would be on fire. Things would be on fire. I pray for the people in its path, but I also pray that it exposes the things that it needs to expose.
Watch for those fires. Explosions make fires too. Explosions make accidental fires too. And then, oops, we don't know how that happened. And then you look into it and you see that it's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to trafficking. And then you realize, oh, it wasn't just an explosion or a fire. It wasn't an accident.
Allie was out here trying to tell us the truth for years, but unfortunately, she hasn't had any significant audience till now. And just when she was about to come on out to testify, she goes missing? Huh? What? Yeah, it's pretty sus. But why did Jaguar say she hopes Allie's disappearance wasn't her fault?
Is Allie Carter being silenced?
I'm sure she is. I hope it's not my fault. I made an outcry to her that I'm willing to talk to her.
It's as if she knew what was going on but couldn't give too many details. Ali was actually very much online and active at the time Jaguar said those words. She showed up and called Jaguar a liar and accused her of using real victims to clout chase and push her own agendas. In a video, Ali mentioned that she's been getting threats from big kitties. If you can't connect the dots yet, well, a Jaguar is a big kitty.
We're getting a lot of threats. A lot. A lot. Mainly from big kitties. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. And you know what? Kill me. You've already tried. This won't be the first. Damn sure won't be the last. I just hope people see through it this time.
Now, Jaguar came out to address the issue, saying she's not in any way trying to attack nobody, especially not Ali. And a lot of people believed her. In fact, the majority were concerned why Jaguar and Ali weren't working together.
They're always trying to find a way to attach me to some train wreck. You know, now, this Ali Carter kitty business, it's weird. Because not only DNA doesn't lie, Kenyan, but Ali Carter is now subliminally referring to me as here kitty, lying, saying that me and my support base are threatening her. It's not true.
But Ali called Jaguar as a wolf in truth teller clothing, especially because Jaguar, unlike herself, Jag is always out here seeking fame, fortune, and attention for her grand industry secret revelation. People are really starting to wonder if Jaguar Wright and her whole persona is just a plan, intentionally placed to take attention away from the real issues and the legit victims. In the past, Jaguar has claimed to be in attendance of multiple Diddy parties, although only as an observer, but it sounds a bit too convenient. She also claims that she was there to help victims escape. Meanwhile, not a single person has attested to these claims, nor has anyone confirmed seeing her at a Diddy party, which brings to question her authenticity.
You're right, I go to Diddy parties, which is where people like me step in. To walk motherfuckers out! Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. Why would they talk about it? Who is there to go to? Who's gonna help them? What HR department do you know of that works for any of these labels?
Yeah.
When have you ever heard of a sexual harassment suit being publicly acknowledged in the entertainment industry at all? Never.
Now, Jaguar did have a bit of a standoff with Ali before she suddenly disappeared, but now she's coming on out here to say she knows who took Ali? I'm sorry. It just sounds suspicious. People are really worried that something terrible has happened to her. One person said, if she's the one who is the third victim and suddenly missing, plus her lawyer is missing after wanting to testify, that's foul play, seriously. That's scary and shows there's some really big and powerful names behind this. There's others, however, that believe Ali is fine and is simply in hiding. Anytime Ali goes missing, she's laying low, so she has to move around, said another concerned individual. Regardless of what the case may be, our prayers go out for Ali's safety. In the meantime, we want to know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think Ali will make it just in time for the case before a verdict is reached, or do you think she'll have cold feet and tap out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content just like this.